Well, Royal Caribbean a couple weeks ago made a lot of people angry, and they heard about it, and they said, no, we're not doing it, don't worry about it. And then today, yeah, they're doing it. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about, let's talk pandemic measures. We saw some pandemic measures that came into effect that people liked, right? The faster muster drill. Hey, people like that. You don't have to go stand in the sun. It's quick, it's easy to do. Don't change that when everything goes back to normal. And another big thing was the buffets. Self-serve buffets were gone. Crew members would hand you the food. And most people agree that's a more sanitary thing and a much better system, and nobody's touching my food. And that's a good thing. I'm in that boat as well. However, Royal Caribbean just announced, nope, they're going back to full service, like self-service buffets once again in the Windjammer Cafe. And a lot of people are very disappointed with this, and they say, well, why would you do that? Why? We're still sort of in a pandemic. People love that new policy, and why? Oh, why would you change it and do that while people are finally starting to go back to cruising and cruise on your ships? And that is exactly the reason why, okay? So here's the reason. There's two really good reasons, and if you really think it through, you might be able to understand a little better why Royal Caribbean and other cruise lines may be thinking on going back to self-serve buffets. Number one, the cost. You have a person standing in front of a 5-station place handing out food to various people. That person is designated there now, right? They're not out helping. They're not cleaning up plates. They're not keeping the place clean, they're not wiping the place down, they're not cooking the food. They have to stand there and hand out food. That's their job. As opposed to just somebody looking at like 30 things on a big tray and going, oh, that needs some more food, go and get it, put it out there. And he can handle all that space by themselves. So it's a cost saving. Royal Caribbean will save money by not having as many crew members have to handle the food and preparation of food and keep around all these different various areas. It is definitely a cost-saving measure. But there is also another convenience saving for people. And a lot of people don't think about this, but I'm going to explain it to you. But before I do, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say, hey, if you want to keep up to date with everything going on in the cruising industry, from canceled cruises to changes in protocols like the one we're talking about today and the reasoning behind it, just hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And if you have, thank you so much. It really, really does help the channel out, and it doesn't cost a thing. You'll just be notified, hey, there's another video out if you choose to watch it, and I really hope you do. And again, thank you. Okay, why? Oh, why is this a convenience thing? Because if you think, say there's a person standing in front in the buffet, and there's 5 different dishes in this little section. Well, they have to serve one person at a time from those 5 plates, right? Where when they're busy, 5 people could be at each individual station serving themselves and moving on to the next tray. So instead of serving one person 5 times, you have 5 people serving one item immediately. You can see how much faster that would be. That can be 5 to 25 times faster than one person serving everybody out. And as the cruise lines are now upping the amount of people on cruise ships, they are lifting those restrictions on 50% capacity and 60. Carnival's at 75, and they're hoping to be at 100% shortly. Royal Caribbean is going the same way. They want to get more people on the ships. I was just on the Wonder of the Seas. There was over 4,000 some passengers on there. They want as many people back so they can start earning some of the money they spent and lost over the last 2 years. Well, that's a speed saving, right? The more people you put, it's great when you're at 50% capacity that a person can hand out the buffet and it's slow. Now double the amount of people in the buffet or more, and you see how that now slows down the process and can actually, when they're trying to social distance everybody, actually keep people congested waiting for food in line. So by opening it up and just saying everybody serves themselves, people now just zip along. It goes faster. It costs less money. It's a cost-saving convenience thing now for Royal Caribbean. Do I like it? Not necessarily. I don't really care, but I really do think it was more sanitary. I like the idea that not everyone can reach in and touch the food. Now, the company has come out and said they're going to keep some of their grab-and-go dishes, like the single-serve stuff, that people can just go up and grab, you know, a bunch of shrimp on a cup, and they can take off with that. They're going to keep that kind of stuff as well, because they were very, very popular with people. I think they were just very, very popular with people because they were set up. You know, it's not like there was a tray that you can go to get it. They were just, that's how they set the buffet up. So being popular just means the food was popular. It doesn't necessarily mean the grab and go was popular. So I think that's kind of a flimsy argument. I really do. I don't think there's a study out there of people, hey, did you really like the grab and go item, or would you prefer it to be in one section where you could go along in the buffet and they'd pick it up and give it to you? Which would you prefer? I haven't seen a survey like that. I've only seen them come out and say people really like the grab and go. And I don't necessarily think that's necessarily a thing. It's just that's how we got our food. So there wasn't a lot of choice in the matter. So let me know in the comments down below. Are you happy about this change? Is it really indifferent to you? Or is this even going to change your mind about sailing on Royal Caribbean? It will not change my mind. I will still sail on those ships when I want to sail on those ships. Carnival is already self-serve buffets. Disney has announced they're going to self-serve buffets again. So I only imagine that it's just a matter of time before you see all the cruise lines going back to self-serve buffets. Will it change your mind? Are you disappointed that that measure will not be kept in place? Or does it not really make a difference to you whatsoever? Let me know in the comments down below. And until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.